Hi, Sandra here, and I just wanted to say I am sorry for being away for so long. I know that I've not been making an awful lot of content recently. I've been focusing on new ways to develop my business and seeing customers, of course, and I really would love to start shifting my focus toward helping people with a very frustrating but little known about condition called trichotillomania and dermatillomania. So they're two that I really wanted to focus on for a little while. And basically it just means a compulsion to pull your hair out. So that could be hair on your head, eyelashes, eyebrows, other parts of the body, and dermatillomania is when you pick at your skin. So both of these conditions, and there are a number of other ones which may include nail biting as well, they are called repetitive bodily behaviours, and they are often compulsive, and that simply means that you feel that you don't really have any control over them and that you feel that you need to do them for some reason. Now, many people that I have spoke to with these conditions just say that the feeling tends to be one of relief or soothing. So, for example, you're driving home after a busy day at the office or at work, and it's not a particularly pleasant journey. It's very busy, lots of traffic, and it's the end of a really stressful day, and you get home, you look down at your lap, and you realise that it is literally covered in hair. And this isn't a condition that just happens overnight. It might be something that you've perhaps struggled with since you were very young. There may have been periods in your life where you've noticed it getting better, but then it just comes back to bite you on the bum. It can be related to other conditions such as OCD and ADHD, but predominantly the reason we do it is to self-soothe. It feels good in the moment. It can feel like an urge, something like an itch that needs to be scratched. So why would it necessarily be a problem? And maybe for some people it isn't so much of a problem. Maybe it's just a question of covering up a few little thin patches of hair. So I think I'm going to sneeze. That was bad timing. And again. So you might feel that you're able to cover up those patches. You might notice there's areas of thinning, and that's fine. But in more extreme cases, you might literally have bold patches everywhere. Some people pull so much hair out that there's absolutely no way you can possibly conceal it. And one of the most distressing aspects of this condition is the shame and the guilt, the feeling unable to go to places, go outside, go to events, parties, social events without having to hide to wear a wig or hide those patches. And if you've been pulling eyebrows and eyelashes out, having to hide under a mask of makeup, eyeliner, false eyelashes. And it runs a little deeper than just feeling ashamed of, how you look. It can really chip away at self-esteem. So on the one hand, you've got, it feels good. It helps me to feel better in some way when I'm doing the pulling, that momentary bit of relief. But then that is very quickly replaced by guilt and shame. And you might also notice that the people around you, your family, your friends, are just going to be asking you embarrassing questions like, why on earth do you do this to yourself? Why can't you just stop? Surely it's just about willpower. And of course, if it was just about willpower, why, of course you would not be doing it to yourself. Why would you destroy your looks just for a feeling of temporary relief? And it's a complex condition, and it's a lot more common than you might think. And I think part of the reason I wanted to shift my focus onto these conditions is that not only are they more common than initially thought, very, very common and treatable, manageable. So the people that are struggling with this hair pulling, skin picking, to the point where they're too embarrassed to even leave the house, there is something that can be done about it. And hypnotherapy, hypnosis, is one particularly effective way at really getting to the underlying driver of why you are doing it in the first place. If it is a coping strategy, maybe your subconscious mind has somehow linked it to the feeling of relief. It's not uncommon to feel that this relief, this soothing feeling can be very, you really want to chase it. It's like an addiction. But when we start to unravel the real truth about why you're doing it, that is when healing can happen. Your subconscious mind will hold a lot of clues about why you are doing this, and it's not always as simple as, well, it helps me to feel more soothed and it helps me to feel better. Anyway, if you or anybody you know is struggling with picking skin, particularly on the face, so you're just too embarrassed to go out, picking out your eyelashes, picking out your eyebrows, pulling out your hair to the point where you are literally covered in bald patches and you want to stop. You've been through so many different ways of stopping: willpower, supplements, medication, fidget toys, wearing gloves, cutting your nails short. If you have been through everything, nothing has worked, then what have you got to lose? So do get in touch and I may be able to help you. Bye for now.